think we want the truth. Do we? I guess it's normal to think of ourselves as good, but I mean, if we didn't think of ourselves as good, we would hardly be able to live with ourselves. I mean, even criminals have good reasons for doing what they do. I mean, they don't think that whatever moral code they're breaking actually applies to them. They have special circumstances that make them feel good about the evil that they do. It's called being a sociopath. They like to think of themselves as good. But what do we do with truth that doesn't fit? What do we do when the truth that we hear doesn't make us out to feel good about who we are? I don't know about you, but it can make me mad. And it's not always appropriately placed anger either. It's kind of like when you're rocking down the road and you're listening to some music and you look up and you see lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, you wait, and then the officer comes walking up to your window and you say, "So what's the problem?" "Well, did you realize you were going 55 in a 45? "No." "License and registration, please." And you get home and you think, don't those police have anything better to do than to hand out tickets to law-abiding citizens? I mean, with all the real crime out there, I was driving with traffic after all. I wasn't endangering anybody. How's that worthy of a ticket? Oh, I thought you wanted the truth. What do you do when the truth doesn't make you look good? How many times have you heard it? Little Johnny is getting bad grades. His report card says he's failing every subject, except PE. He's getting a C in there. It's probably because he's wearing his gym clothes. Parents get the report card in hand and they march down to the school and they talk to the teacher. "Why is my boy failing in the class?" "Well, your son just sits there and draws pictures. Look, I don't have any homework grades for him. He's failed all of his tests." "Well, you have a few terse words and then you're on your way and you've got assignments in your hands for little Johnny. But later, when you're talking to your friends, what do you say?" "I can't believe that teacher is failing my son. He's so smart. There's no way he should be failing. Probably the smartest kid in the class. The teacher's a hack. She probably didn't even graduate from school. She's unrealistic about what does she think kids can do these days? I mean, my Johnny, he's a good boy." Truth. I thought you wanted truth. But what do you do when the truth doesn't make you look as good as you would like it to make you look? Jesus told a story to the religious leaders. He said a man planted a vineyard and he put in a wine press. And he brought in people to come and lease the land and grow grapes and make wine. After the harvest, he sent a slave to collect the rent. Now, instead of paying the rent, the renters beat the tar out of the slave. They sent him back to the owner, and he went back to the owner bruised and bleeding, and the owner got the message. But the owner sent another messenger to ask for the rent. And this time, whenever he came, they killed him. And over, the owner sent messengers to collect the rent. And over, the renters beat the slaves and sent them back, sometimes alive, sometimes dead. Now, rather than doing the rational thing and coming in with an army and just wiping out the ingrates, the owner tries one more time to collect what's owed him from the renters. And this time, he sends his own son to plead with the renters. They think, this is the perfect opportunity. We're going to send the owner packing. They decided they were going to kill the son. Now, this is a picture of what God has continually done through the history of Israel. He's continually come to his people to get from them what they owe him, their allegiance, their worship, their love. And he sends prophet after prophet, and Israel rejects them all. And it does whatever they please. Now, God should have brought down judgment, but instead, he sent his son to plead with the people. And he said to them, you have rejected God over and over and over, but God wants you to come back to him. Now, what do? What do these religious leaders do? Well, look at verse 12. They knew that Jesus was talking about them. And so they went and seized him and wanted to trip him. They wanted to seize him and trip him up and to kill him. They went away because they were afraid of the people. I thought you wanted the truth. But what do you do when the truth doesn't make you look good? Do you just kill the one who brought the message? But what if that message is your only hope? Listen, I read the Bible and I hear the messengers call to me. And they're asking me to give God what God deserves. God is asking me to follow. He's asking me to stop being first. He's asking me to give up what I really can't do and do the thing that I can do. And that is to follow him. You know, I wanted the truth. And the truth is, I need to drop everything that I clutch and take up a cross and follow Jesus. What do we do with the truth when the truth doesn't make us look good? What do we do when the truth is something different than we want it to be? Is it a time to get angry? Time to kill the messenger? Or is it a time to deny ourselves and take up a cross and follow Jesus? That's what I'm going to do.